As they do, let's check out the New York Yankees starting lineup. It's brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off in center field with Chris Young in left field batting second. Alex Rodriguez, the DH, with Carlos Beltran in right field with Brian McCann doing the catching. Chase Headley at third base bats sixth with Greg Bird at first base batting seventh. Didi Gregorius, the shortstop, and Brendan Ryan is at second base and bats ninth. The Red Sox starting pitcher presented by your local New England Audi dealers. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for his 17th start of the year. Comes in at 7-5 with a 4.39 earned run average, 69 strikeouts to 27 walks, and opponents hitting at 246 against Rodriguez. August the 23rd, his last start turned out to be a no decision against Kansas City. 6 innings, 4 runs, only 2 were earned. Didn't walk anybody and struck out a batter.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 10th in the American League with 79 errors on the season. Pablo Sandoval will be at third base. Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop. Brock Holt at second. And Travis Shaw, the first baseman. Left to right, Jackie Bradley Jr., Mookie Betts, and Rusney Castillo. And Ryan Hannigan doing the catching for Rodriguez.
Well, the umpiring crew tonight, Vic Carapazza has a play calling the balls and strikes with Ron Culpa at first base. The crew chief, Larry Vanover, at second base. And Brian Knight is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Very comfortable conditions, as mentioned here at Fenway, 86 degrees. Breeze from left to right at 13 miles per hour. And the forecast partly cloudy for the remainder of the night. Lights are on here at Fenway as the Yankees are back in town. And here comes Jacoby Ellsbury to get it started. 278 with 7 homers and 30 runs batted in for Jacoby. In the last 41 games, Ellsbury has been powering up 6 home runs after just getting 1 home run in his first 40 games of the year. So a total of 7 home runs on the year for Ellsbury. Rodriguez ready to work, and the first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike 1 or more underway.
Now, that's the third time this season that Rodriguez has faced the Yankees. He's 1-1 with a 2.70 ERA in those 2 starts against New York.
Shoots it foul off to the left, and it is 0-2.
Yeah, talking about those home runs, Don, by Jacoby Ellsbury. 2 of those home runs in his career are against Eduardo Rodriguez. Oh, was that catcher's interference?
Must have been. Hannigan must have reached out.
Let's take one more look at it. Let's see if there's contact with the catcher's mitt.
Sure was.
Yep.
So Ellsbury reaching on the interference on the catcher Hannigan. Lead runner on here for New York in the first inning. It brings up Chris Young. 247 with 14 homers and 37 runs batted in.
Not great stolen base numbers for Jacoby. 17 on the steal, has been caught 8 times. Generally, we see those totals much higher for him.
Strike over the outside corner to Chris Young, and he's down 0-1. Young coming in at 247 on the year. Against the Red Sox this year, though, in 12 games at 357 in the season series. 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. And he certainly has chipped into the rivalry as Rodriguez fires it over to first base, and Ellsbury back to the bag. Rolled over foul, and it's 0-2.
A change up that time from Rodriguez away from Young. A ball probably off the outside part of the plate, but he chases it anyway. There's that change up grip from Eduardo Rodriguez, and topped and off the body of Chris Young. A lot of fastballs from Rodriguez. 72%, 12% the sliders, and 16% changeups.
The Red Sox have won 6 of his 9 home starts, including 5 of his last 6 here at Fenway Park. Behind the ground towards third base. Sandoval with a bobble, and he'll get nobody. Possible double play ball right there, and Sandoval with the miscue at third base.
Now, this has been a strange start for the Red Sox. Catches interference, then an error at third base by Sandoval, his 15th of the season. That ball was directly at Pablo. It bounced up and hit him off the heel of the glove, and by the time he tracks it down, there's no play.
Runners at first and second with nobody out. Alex Rodriguez climbing in. Interference by the catcher, an error by Sandoval at third base, and right now Red Sox have been charged with 2 errors. Hannigan does get an error on the interference, so runners at first and second, and A-Rod will take a look at strike 1.
He's also got good numbers against the Red Sox this season, but also against Rodriguez. 3 for 6 with a home run.
Tonight's key matchup brought to you by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda. .349 against the Red Sox this season. Fouled off to the right out of play, and it is 0-2. Alex Rodriguez with a 2-run pinch hit single in the 7th inning of Sunday's win in Atlanta yesterday, before being removed by a pinch runner in yesterday's game. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's just outside. 1-2.
That's a good 0-2 pitch right there by Rodriguez. Something that's very tempting for Rodriguez to swing at, but not a strike. Up and away from A-Rod.
680 career home runs for Alex Rodriguez. That's here with 2 on, nobody out in the first inning. And a foul off to the right out of play. Carlos Beltran with New York batting here in the first inning. Center fielder Mookie Betts over towards right center. Big gap out there in left center field. Just missing in. Working the corners here, and it's now 2-2.
Trying to go back to the inside part of the plate and just missing the inside corner. So he tried to get one up and away, tried to get one inside.
Full count now. So the 2 errors committed here in the first inning have runners at first and second with nobody out. Full count to Alex Rodriguez. Line to left and a ringing single as Ellsbury will be stopped at third base. Bradley gets it back in quickly, and the Yankees have the bases loaded with nobody out.
That's a good at bat by Alex Rodriguez. I mean, he took a couple of very tough pitches, finally got himself a fastball he could handle. The fastball on the inside part of the plate, and a line shot hit so hard that Ellsbury could not score from second base. Jackie Bradley Jr. stumbles a little bit, but able to get that ball back in, and very quickly here, the bases loaded for the Yankees.
Now 4 for 7 against Eduardo Rodriguez is Alex Rodriguez at .571. Bases loaded, nobody out. Carlos Beltran, the batter. Sits safely in 22 of his last 24 games. And he takes ball one. 3 for 5 yesterday, and he totes a .282 average coming in. 13 home runs and 47 runs batted in. And Betts in right center. Pretty healthy gap out in left center field. Fly ball to left field. Bradley Jr. getting himself set to catch and throw. His tag at third is Ellsbury. Throw is going to be off the mark, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. Sac fly for Carlos Beltran, and New York scores first. They are checking third base to appeal, but he left on time, according to the home plate umpire Vic Carapazza.
Yeah, and Jackie Bradley Jr. in left field got himself in very good position to make this throw. You got to see him. It's not that deep, but you got to see him get in position right there with momentum coming in toward home plate. I think the reason they're able to score Ellsbury is because that ball moved more towards center field and the throw a little bit off target by Bradley Jr. So forcing the issue was the Yankees and Jacoby Ellsbury, and it pays off. They take the 1-0 lead.
First and second with one out, a run in, and a 1-0 Yankees lead as Rodriguez tries to really minimize the damage here in the first inning. That's the key, as Brian McCann now stands in. And he takes strike one, got the shoulder out of the way, but it picks up the corner. On 107 games this year, he's got the 82 RBIs. Leads all major league catchers with 23 home runs. That was his home run total a year ago in 140 games with New York.
Well, the Yankees come into the game tonight third in the American League in home runs, second in the American League in runs scored.
And winners of 3 straight coming in. And just at 500 though in the last 10 games, going 5-5. Kind of at the wrong time here with the Blue Jays playing such great baseball, and the Jays winning 8 of their last 10. As McCann has to jump back out of the way. Certainly a little surprised by the way this Yankee season has gone. To be honest with you, I did not think they would be this good perhaps at the beginning of the year.
The first one, we saw them early in the season. I didn't think so either. But, you know, you more than watched them as the season has gone on. They've stayed strong. They really have together. And, you know, it's kind of a veteran group, as you can tell.
Fly ball to right field, sending Castillo back a few steps. She will make the catch out there and fire back in. Staying at second base is Young. The throw goes there, and there's now 2 outs here in the first inning.
Well, you're right. Now Rodriguez is 1 out away from getting out of major trouble here in the first inning. Fly ball to Castillo. No way Chris Young was going to tag up at second base. Not that deep at all, and the throw really comes back into second, not even to the cutoff man.
Gives you an idea about Eduardo Rodriguez. He's not out of it yet, but he's not your typical rookie. I mean, you look at it, you get 2 errors in a row, then a base hit by A-Rod. You're dealing with his live bases loaded, nobody out. You could implode a lot of rookies.
Exactly right. I mean, it could be the end of the night for him very quickly.
So right now, not out of the woods yet, but he does have 2 outs in the inning, and now here is Chase Headley. Headley at .277 coming in with 10 homers and 57 runs batted in. It is Chris Young at second, Alex Rodriguez at first, and 2 down. Line down the left field line, foul. Hot shot, but he was out ahead. And he broke the bat in the process.
Up over the head of the third base umpire, Knight. And way foul, but hit very hard by Chase Headley.
Outside for ball 2. Eduardo Rodriguez operating at 95 miles an hour. Chase Headley 6 for 11 in the 3 games against the Braves over the weekend. This road trip continuing for New York. The 3 here against the Red Sox. Look at his numbers over the weekend. And a swing and a miss. Fastball elevated at 94.
A little bit of rise to that fastball from Rodriguez. And he hits the top of the strike zone, up and away. From Headley.
Fouled back. Another fastball, and it was up again.
I thought he might go slide it down and in, but instead another fastball up and away, and that time fouled off.
We'll see what they do now with Headley here in a 2-2 count, with Greg Bird waiting on deck here for New York. Run in for the Yankees on the sacrifice fly by Carlos Beltran. Picked up his 48th RBI. Rodriguez shaking off a lot of stuff as Headley backed out. And Hannigan going back and forth. Strike 3 call. And Eduardo Rodriguez really does get out of it with minimal damage. Just the 1 run. Red Sox coming up. Hyundai dealers. Mookie Betts leads it off in center field with Pablo Sandoval at third base. Xander Bogaerts at shortstop bats third with David Ortiz the DH. Travis Shaw at first base with Rusney Castillo in right field batting sixth. Brock Holt is at second base with Ryan Hannigan doing the catching, and Jackie Bradley Jr. is in left field and batting ninth. The Yankees starting pitcher presented by New England Nissan dealers. Iman Nova on the mound, his 12th appearance of the year, 5-6 with a 4.50 ERA. As Mookie Betts takes strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. Last time out, a loss against the Astros, lasted just 4 innings, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs. Walked 4, struck out a batter. He has a 1-0 advantage even before he took the hill in tonight's game.
Now pitching tonight with an extra day's rest is 5 games, 5-day rest for Nova, a guy that's coming off Tommy John surgery last year.
And a check swing foul off the end of the bat for Betts, trying to get it out of the way, ends up grabbing the bat. 6-gamer coming into tonight's action at 286 along the way. A couple doubles, a triple, home run, and 3 RBIs mixed in. So he hit safely in all 6 of the games on the road trip. Leads the Red Sox in runs scored with 65, doubles with 30, triples with 8. Pablo Sandoval waiting on deck. Two-two pitch. Reaches out and fouls it off to the right, out of play.
A little bit extra on that fastball that time, 94 miles an hour.
Spear of the Boston Globe pointing out the extra base hits. 22 or younger since 1975, and Jim Rice. 2-2 pitch. The arsenal for Nova, 66% of the time throwing fastballs, 29% breaking balls, and changeups just 5% of the time. On the ground left side of the backhand goes Gregorius, and his throw in time to get Betts.
The Yankees defense is brought to you by DraftKings, and they are 12th in the league with 79 errors on the season. Chase Headley will be at third base, D.D. Gregorius to shortstop, Brendan Ryan at second, and Greg Bird at first base. Left to right, Chris Young, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Carlos Beltran. And Brian McCann doing the catching for Nova.
One down here in the first inning brings up Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval made a miscue in the first inning, one of two errors committed by the Red Sox defensively. Pablo still batting in that 2 spot. That's where he's been now for better than a week, and so it's a .251 average, 10 homers, 41 runs batted in.
Only 3 for his last 21 is Sandoval.
It's now actually 10 starts in a row for him in the 2 spot, and he'll foul it off over by the on deck circle. Where he hits it the hardest right there in his power zone. Kind of middle in right there for Sandoval.
That dark red spot.
And he strikes out there. First strikeout of the night for Nova is out number 2 of the first inning.
Looks like a curveball this time from Nova. I think the first one we've seen so far tonight from him. It stayed up in the zone, but no contact by Sandoval. That was just a little bit out of his hot zone right there to the outside.
And not the speed that his hot zone normally is in either, coming in. So 2 down here in the first, and it brings up Xander Bogaerts. 3:15 starting tonight's action for Xander. Bogaerts 5th in the American League in batting average to start the night, with Miguel Cabrera on top, setting the pace in the American League at 3:58. Since May the 31st, he has led all of the majors with his .340 batting average. Led all major league shortstops in batting average at .315, and grounds one over Nova. Charging in is Brendan Ryan. Bare hands and throws not in time. Reaching at first is Xander Bogaerts. Infield hit. Ryan thought he had him, but we'll see if the Yankees are going to challenge this or not. Joe Girardi looking in.
Nice barehanded play there by Brendan Ryan at second base, and made it very close at first. They may take another look at this. We'll have to see.
Yep, Joe Girardi wants to challenge it. It is close.
Very close.
You going to jump out there yet or not yet?
Not yet. I have not seen enough replays.
Nothing conclusive enough for you?
From what I've seen from the first 2 replays is a tie.
We'll see. Brendan Ryan certainly thinks he got him.
Ooh, that is, I think he may have. Foot on the bag right there. If it is, he still might be out. Yeah, he's out.
I think he's out.
I think he's out too.
Okay.
We're gonna
so he's probably completely safe.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna stay without.
I would love to know what our percentage is, because I think it's really, really bad.
No, it's not good at all.
No,
it's very bad. Very bad.
That's
and we seem to get a lot of these first inning ones that were not even warmed up in the game yet.
I would say we're like 38% of the time right. What do you think? Is that fair? Maybe less.
Yeah, maybe less than that.
Especially early.
I do think he's out on this, though.
I go back to this whole, is it conclusive enough?
It is for me.
Because if you think it's a tie, then...
You know, for Xander's sake, I hope he's safe. But,
yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, he's out.
I'm thinking he's out. I'm sticking with out. Larry Vanover, the crew chief, is over there, as well as Ron Kulpa.
You know what's stunning to me about that play is where Brendan Ryan was playing, had a chance to make that play, because usually they're playing him way over to first base because he hits a lot of ground balls in that direction.
And how far he had to come. He was almost on the outfield grass.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive play by the second baseman, I must say.
Used to be a very good shortstop.
Look where they played him.
Yep.
I think that's the first time we've seen the shift on Xander Bogaerts.
I would agree.
And a lot of his hitting has gone to the opposite field, but a lot of the hitting to the opposite field has gone there in the air.
Well, they're taking a good long look here.
Very long.
Chase Headley and the Yankees kind of looking at the center field scoreboard here and the screen there. And as we get another look.
I still haven't changed my mind.
No, I still think he's out. Call on the field is safe. And see if the Yankees are going to have this overturned. The first challenge of the night comes from Joe Girardi.
Everybody that plays DraftKings, they're waiting anxiously for this decision right now.
And he will be safe.
Yes, like we said.
Oh, boy. Wow.
I don't blame Girardi.
No. And he's looking like, are you looking at what I was looking at on that replay? Well, good for Xander Bogaerts. Has himself an infield hit. 2 down here in the first inning. And now they'll give Nova some time to take some extra warm-up tosses. Had to wait through the review. Well, yesterday, David Ortiz able to get his 494th home run.
Big sign up in left field today underneath the light tower. 494 written out there just above the Green Monster. So the countdown is on to 500.
2 down. Bogaerts at first base. Into the shift go the Yankees on the right side. And here is David Ortiz. Time call. Big Papi backs out.
Tell you one thing, Don. There's not a job available in New York for us because we are horrible on those calls.
Really bad.
I mean, awful.
That's going to miss. I may have been overshooting it, saying that we've been right 38% of the time on those. It may be a little high.
I think you're way off. I'm thinking more like 15, 20%.
Yeah. Look at the month of August for Ortiz. It has been terrific. Ground ball right side. Ryan in short right in the shift to throw out David Ortiz and end the top or the bottom of the first inning. Through 1, Yankees have a 1-0 lead. I mean, they add those couple of guys at the trade deadline and really believing in themselves, and they've taken off with Troy Tulowitzki, David Price, and they're going to be tough.
Yeah, they're going to be very, very tough. And to me, Donaldson might be the MVP this year. What a move that was by Toronto.
Oh, Brett Lawrie traded out to the Oakland A's, a good player, but not Josh Donaldson. Remember when John Gibbons was in, he really referred to him as a gamer, which is truly the case. This is out to left center, and Betts is out there making the catch for the first out of the second inning. Well, tickets are still available for tomorrow night and Wednesday's game against the Yankees. Get your tickets now at redsox.com. One out here in the second inning, and it'll bring up Didi Gregorius. Now, certainly the Red Sox did not expect to be where they are right now in this situation that they are in. Currently in game number 131 of the year with the Yankees in town. And to begin the year, you thought it may be the Red Sox on top or near the top of the division. Instead, the Yankees are there, and the Red Sox find themselves 14 games back heading into this series. You look at a lot of the expert polls in spring training, and granted those are not often accurate, but at the same time, the Red Sox are expected certainly to be at the top. But Joe Girardi's team has been very, very good. I think the one question, Jerry, I had about them was a little bit about their starting pitching to begin the year, too.
Yeah, and it's ended up being, okay. The starting pitching right now, 9th in the league in ERA, 9th in runs. So, so it's been okay. I think it's the offense. It's the home runs that have really made a difference for the New York Yankees, back being the Bronx Bombers. And, of course, we know they have a very good back end of the bullpen.
Yes. 2-1. And that is swatted at foul by Gregorius, who has been the new shortstop for the Yankees this year after the retirement of Derek Jeter. Coming home from the Arizona Diamondbacks. 7 homers, 42 RBIs, a .263 average coming into tonight's game. Center fielder Betts over towards left center. Good sized gap out in right center field. 2-2 pitch. And a liner into right field for a base hit. Kind of a ringing single there, and that's the second New York hit of the night.
They've got pretty decent numbers out of Gregorius all season long. 263, 42 runs batted in. Right now on a 5-game hitting streak after this base hit off Rodriguez. He's been a nice replacement for Derek Jeter. He really has.
1 out, 1 on. Brendan Ryan, the batter. As Hannigan's going to go out and talk to Rodriguez here. Tonight's suits are designed by Joseph Aboud, custom made in the USA from fine Italian fabrics, available at Men's Warehouse. 1 out here in the second inning with Gregorius at first base. And Brendan Ryan standing in. Take strike 1.
No change up that time. Change up inside part of the plate. Not sure that's where Rodriguez wanted it, but got the call strike. Inside corner with the off-speed pitch.
We saw Brendan Ryan as a position player pitch for the Yankees back on August the 25th against Houston. He went 2 innings, giving up only 2 hits.
That's unusual to have a position player go 2 innings in a ball game.
Not 1 but 2. Why not? Pitched great. Only allowed 2 hits. It was the longest scoreless pitching appearance by a Yankees position player since Rocky Colavito back in 1968. So it's been a while. Swing and a miss. And it is now 0-2.
There's that slider from Rodriguez down and into the right-handers to about ankle high. It's exactly where he wants to throw this pitch. Down in the zone, off the inside part of the plate. Get those hitters to swing on top of the slider.
Eduardo Rodriguez dealing with the number 9 man in the Yankees order right now. The runner at first. And Ryan sprays it foul off to the right out of play. On deck, top of the order. It'll be second time through for Eduardo Rodriguez. Jacoby Ellsbury waiting on deck. Time called, and Ryan backing out. Yankees should be keeping an eye on that scoreboard, no doubt. The Cleveland Indians are in Toronto tonight, and Indians have a 1-0 advantage over the Jays. They're in the 3rd inning at the Rogers Center tonight. 0-2 pitch is in there for strike 3. Froze Ryan. There's the second strikeout for Eduardo Rodriguez.
Now back to the fastball to the inside part of the plate for Rodriguez. So when he's had to make pitches, he's made some pretty good ones. That ball was actually supposed to be away. You can see Hannigan set up to the outside part of the plate. The ball crosses the plate, but still gets strike 3.
Meek Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. 2 down here in the second inning brings up Jacoby Ellsbury. Reach in the interference play as Hannigan reached out a little early, got a part of Hannigan's glove, and error charge to Hannigan on the play. One of 2 errors committed by the Red Sox defensively in that first inning.
Time for Gregorius to run if he can get a jump with 2 outs. Try to get in a scoring position. If you are thrown out, you have Ellsbury, the leadoff hitter, leading off next inning.
Little pop-up sends Bogarts out to the short line and left. Bradley in. It'll be Jackie Bradley Jr. who puts it away. Inning and a half done. 1-0 New York from the Fens. Brock Holt to bat here in the second. His fastball misses outside. Well, we know Shaw loves playing here at Fenway Park. There's no doubt about that, and the numbers bear that out as he lifts a foul fly down the left field line out of play. Sitting at .448 with a .492 on base percentage, and how about an .845 slugging percentage, all at Fenway Park. The month of August hasn't been bad either in 24 games. Getting a chance to play on a more regular basis, certainly since the trade of Mike Napoli.
Here's one of the red changeups that Nova will throw. And a pretty good one that time, down and out of the strike zone.
Fouled off to the left out of play. 1-2.
You know, I've always said, and a lot of people think because of that left field wall, that Fenway Park is a great place for right-handers. Well, it is, but it's also a great place for left-handed hitters too, because mechanically, if you think about hitting the ball to the opposite field off that wall, you're swinging the bat pretty well. The trouble is for left-handers is it's pretty long out to that bullpen area.
380.
Yeah.
You know,
but there is a lot of room out there to drop base
right.
hits and doubles in. You know, and if you're hitting the ball the other way, and you have the type of power that can hit the ball off the wall, I mean, it's a great place for left-handed hitters to hit.
A 1-2 pitch. That's going to miss. 2-2. You see the numbers we were talking about for Travis Shaw here at Fenway Park. Tonight marks his 18th game here at Fenway. Chopped down the first baseline foul. We've seen his power really to all fields here as well.
At this ballpark,
yes,
especially at this ballpark, yeah. That's what and that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. Is if you've got opposite field power here, you're going to be successful.
Shaw hitting 7 home runs in his first 30 major league games. On the ground this time to Brendan Ryan. A little bobble, but he has time to recover from his spot at second base and throws out Shaw. So 1 down here in the second inning. We'll follow the Red Sox all season with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet today. 1 out in the second inning, and it brings up Rusney Castillo. .295 with 5 homers and 25 runs batted in. In there for strike 1 at the bottom of the zone at 93 miles an hour. The month of August for Rusney Castillo is starting to settle into his major league career. .355. Think about him being off for a year and a half and not playing any baseball at all. Then he comes to the Red Sox, finishes off the year here, and then course, had all the injuries that he had during the offseason. They planned on him playing a lot more during the offseason, to be in the Arizona Fall League or winter ball. And it's really taken him this long into the season to get comfortable here at the major league level, and he has been comfortable.
He missed some time down at Pawtucket too, being on the disabled list. So he he hasn't had a stretch where he's been able to play for a long period of time consistently.
He's only going to get better, and certainly a great upside in the dirt. Brock Holt waiting on deck. The one word you hear a lot from scouts and from player development people is the word raw as far as his abilities. Now, granted, he's 28 years of age, but you see a lot of rawness in younger players, and it's sort of like he's starting later in that regard. This is too short on a couple of hops, and Gregorius' throw is in time, 2 down.
That's something Torey Lovullo was talking about the other day. He was asked to rank, maturity-wise at the major league level, and of course he had Mookie Betts first, he had Jackie Bradley Jr. second, he had Castillo third, and he said he's still very raw. And I honestly believe that's because of the lack of playing time that he's had over the last 3 years. And I think obviously the more chance he gets to play, some of that stuff goes away. He still makes mistakes on ground balls in the outfield and stuff like that, but the talent is there. There's no question about that.
And it does seem that the way he came up through Cuban baseball, that it is sort of instructed maybe differently than the way they do it in professional baseball here in the States.
Yeah, I'm sure it's an eye-opener when you get over here and you're playing with the best players in the, that are of any place.
Ground ball to second, and Brendan Ryan takes care of Brock Holt. It's a 1-2-3-3 ground ball out inning for Nova. 1-0 New York. And leading it off is Chris Young here in the top half of the third inning. A-Rod and Carlos Beltran, as Rodriguez gave up a run, the only run of the game in the first inning, unearned at that, as A-Rod waits on deck. Chris Young reaching on one of the 2 errors the Red Sox made in the first inning. Error made by Sandoval at third base. On the ground to third, Sandoval with a tough hop up by the bill of his cap, and the throw in time. Able to retire Chris Young. Nice play by Sandoval at third base.
Now Sandoval this time getting down. That ball almost bat hopped him right over the right shoulder. Puts his head down because he thought it was going to hit him in the face.
So 1 out, Alex Rodriguez, the batter. He will take a look at a ball framed there for a long time by Hannigan, hoping Carapazza would call it a strike. Alex with a single in the first inning. One of 2 hits for New York off Eduardo Rodriguez. Fly ball high in the air to center field, sending Betts backpedaling shy of the track for out number 2. Well, the first 5,000 fans who attended the Paw Sox Rochester game at McCoy Stadium on Friday will receive a collector's edition Paw Sox baseball card set. It's always a popular item, so make sure you grab your tickets today at pawsox.com. 2 down here in the third inning for Carlos Beltran. A sacrifice fly in the first inning, picked up his 48th RBI of the year. to center field, and again goes Betts back again. Same spot. Makes the catch. It ends the inning. 5 in a row retired by Rodriguez. 1-0 Yankees.
Lost a little moss, as we all do.
Now Ryan Hannigan is going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hannigan, Bradley, and Betts to bat in the 3rd. Grounding one to short. Didi Gregorius throws out Hannigan, who's been nursing the sore calf. He is out number 1 of the inning. That is 5 ground ball outs in a row now for Nova. One down for Jackie Bradley Jr. 259, 6 homers, and 26 runs batted in for Bradley. Bradley went 3 for 9 in the series against the New York Mets. That included a home run, 3 RBIs, and the other guy's having a very good August. Kind of coinciding with him having the chance to play on a regular basis here at the major league level. DraftKings.com is paying out over $300 million this baseball season. DraftKings has given out $34 million to Boston residents alone since the site launched. Get your free entry into a one-day fantasy baseball contest today using promo code NESSN. 1-2 pitch. Missing for ball 2, 2-2. He's now started 26 of the last 29 Red Sox games since being called up on July the 29th. Most of the starts coming in right field. Doesn't seem to matter where you put him in the outfield, Jerry. Whether it be left, center, or right, he's a great outfielder. You just wonder where is the best spot for him to be moving forward. As he lines one into left field for a base hit. 1 out single, and the second Red Sox hit of the night.
Well, personally, you know, on that point that you bring up, Don, I think his best spot is center field. I mean, he's good everywhere. There's no question about that. But I think the spot for him is center field because he can cover so much ground out there. And, you know, he has a strong throwing arm. Good example of using the opposite field right here. And, you know, it's amazing. You think of Jackie Bradley Jr., right? He's done this at the minor league level everywhere he's been. And every chance he's come up here, there's been a tremendous amount of pressure on him. He has not been able to get the job done except now. And now he's playing with a tremendous amount of confidence because he's taken what he's done in the minor leagues to the big league level offensively. He's always had the defense. I mean, I watched him last year play center field, and I said, this is one of the best defensive center fielders I have ever seen. And I still believe that. It's interesting, and we're going to see how this pans out, where he's going to end up eventually every day. And I think it's going to be center field.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Which is a tougher place to play here at Fenway, center field or right field at this place?
Oh, right field. I think right field. I always think there's an advantage in center field simply because you can see the location of the pitch. And I think that's a big advantage for an outfielder to see the location, to get a jump on the ball. There is the 420 he's got to deal with here. But that's 81 games out of the year. And he's got the kind of speed that can run down balls at the 420, just as Mookie Betts does.
Pitch out, nothing doing. That just led me to my point. I was wondering why, if right fielder is the toughest place to play here, especially with his arm, wouldn't right field be maybe the best spot for him?
It may be. You know, it very well could be. I mean, take any one of them.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's that good.
1-1 pitch. And a fly ball to left field off the bat of Betts. Back deep, and that ball is gone. Back in the monster seats. A 2-run home run from Mookie Betts puts the Red Sox on top 2-1. 13th home run of the year for Mookie Betts.
Now that has been, for us, the fun part of the last 2 to 3 weeks is watching these young guys play. And they are playing very well. That's what number 13, as Don mentioned again. You just can't throw a fastball by him inside. Most of the time, he's going to make good, solid, hard contact on it. And this time, he makes contact that takes it out of the ballpark. And with those 2 RBIs, he now has 63 of those on the season as a Red Sox leadoff hitter.
For every home run the Red Sox hit the rest of the season, Alltown will donate $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. Alltown is New England's premier healthier convenience retailer. Now the Red Sox have taken a 2-1 lead here with a 2-run home run by Mookie Betts. Pablo Sandoval, a strikeout victim in the first inning, the only case so far tonight for Nova. It's jammed here and flips it foul off to the left, out of play.
The other thing, Don, we were talking about, center field compared to right field, and where are most balls hit during the course of a baseball season? Right up the middle.
Yep.
And that's why, they just talk about defensive strength up the middle, catcher, second, short, center, because they see most of the action offensively. And that's another reason I say
center field.
Center field.
Yeah. This is sharply hit, gathered it short by Gregorius. Yes, he's able to throw out Sandoval for the second out of the inning.
So that begs the question, what do you do with Mookie Betts?
Well, put him in right, I guess.
You could do that because he's got the speed for it. Does he have the arm for it?
That's the question.
That's the question.
And Jackie Bradley Jr. to me has a better arm.
Would left field be a fit for Mookie Betts?
Yep. You have a lot of options, which is a good thing.
Yeah. And believe me, I'm not taking anything away from the way Mookie Betts has played center field, because that's been great too. But I think Jackie Bradley is just something special defensively.
High chopper to first. Bird fields and tags the bag that ends the inning. A 2-run home run from Mookie Betts has given the Red Sox a 2-1 lead. Ryan McCann, Chase Headley, and Greg Bird scheduled to bat here against Eduardo Rodriguez, who for the first time tonight pitches with a lead. Can fly to right in the first inning. It's a second look at Rodriguez tonight, and Eduardo has now retired 5 in a row here, and 10 of the last 11. Could have been called a strike, but it's ball 1. Center fielder Mookie Betts over towards left center. Good size gap in right center. Inside again. Most of it has been, and it's now 3-1. Alex Spear jumping into the day-night differential for Rodriguez, and it's certainly been quite a difference. I know as that pitch is in there for a strike, it's tough to figure. I mean, day-night, I don't know, but you look at the numbers and they're pretty dramatically different.
And the only thing I could say, as a former trying to be a hitter, is that things look much quicker at night under the lights than they do during the day.
Really? That's interesting. Cam, the leadoff walk here to begin things in the 4th inning. Quicker, meaning pitches look faster?
Seems a little bit faster. Yeah. That's the only thing I can say. To put that toward his numbers, no, that would be crazy to do. But I always notice that during the day, things didn't seem to be quite as quick as they are, at night. I don't know why that is. That's just, maybe it was just me. The lights.
Well, it feels like there's definitely something as the pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. He is 6-1 with a 1.67 earned run average, a 195 opponent average in 9 games at night. He is 1-4 with a 9.27 earned run average, with opponents sitting at 326 in 7-day games. That night ERA leads the majors. So it's a good thing that he is pitching at night here tonight, based on that.
Well, you know, if you're looking for a stat, I guess that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Looks over at McCann, surrendering his first walk of the night to McCann. And that'll miss. 2-1. Chase Headley batting. He struck out looking in the first inning. 0 for 1. One of 2 strikeouts for Eduardo Rodriguez. And both of Rodriguez's strikeouts have been called third strikes. To left center field, falling fast. So it's going to get in for a base hit. Bradley cuts it off. And it's first and second now. Nobody out here in the 4th inning for New York.
Headley struck out on a changeup in his first at bat. He gets another changeup this time from Rodriguez and hits it into left center field for the base hit. That changeup was not a very good one, though. That one stayed up in the zone, and Headley jumps all over it for the hit. Jackie Bradley Jr. cutting it off before he gets by him, and it's a first and second situation.
2 on, nobody out, and Greg Bird coming up. Bird flying out to center field in the second inning. 0 for 1. Swing and a miss for strike one. Yankees scored first with a run in the first. Red Sox answering with 2 in the third on the 2-run home run by Mookie Betts. Oh, and 2. Yankees with 3 hits in the game. Single by A-Rod in the first, single by Didi Gregorius in the second, and more recently the base hit by Chase Headley to left. Bird now hooks this through the right side into right field, a base hit. Brian McCann stopped at third base, and the Yankees have him loaded with nobody out here in the 4th inning.
That's a good job by Bird, because on the 0-2 count he got the breaking ball, the slider from Rodriguez, and he's still able to hook it for the base hit. Now the slider was probably elevated too much for an 0-2 pitch, but still give credit to the left-hander for hanging in there on it. That ball's on the outside part of the plate, and he still hooks it for the hit. Ideally, Rodriguez would have liked that to have that down more in the strike zone or out of the strike zone, but also give credit to a Bird for reaching out across the plate and hooking that ball for a hit.
Now the bases are filled with the Yankees, and here is Didi Gregorius, who singled to right field in the second inning, 1 for 1. And he takes strike one. Gregorius acquired by the Yankees from the Diamondbacks in a 3-team trade. Required the Tigers to be involved as well. Backs out, gets time from Vic Carapazza, the home plate umpire. 4 for 8 with the bases loaded this year. He's got 11 RBIs in this spot. He's trying at the very least here to tie it up right now here in the top of the 4th inning. Didn't miss by a lot. 1-1. Bases filled with the Yankees here. Nobody out in the 4th inning. to center field, and that is in for a base hit. From third comes McCann, and the Yankees tie the score 2-2. So the fourth base runner to reach in a row here for the Yankees in the fourth inning ties the game 2-2.
Yeah, now Rodriguez is going to need some magic here to minimize the damage in this inning. Second hit of the day for Gregorius. He gets a fastball up in the zone. So it was a slider up, a fastball up, and back-to-back base hits here in the fourth inning. Again, one base at a time for the Yankees. They have tied it at 2, but still nobody out.
Well, don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC Eck and Steve Lyons will break down tonight's game. You'll hear from Eduardo Rodriguez. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason? A walk, a single, another single. And the RBI single by Didi Gregorius to center field. Can scoring, bases reloaded, nobody out. Brennan Ryan, the batter, a strikeout victim in the second inning, 0 for 1. Career with the bases loaded for Ryan, a 189 hitter. 2 for 3 this year in that category. Popped up foul, back and out of play. Off to our left. Kevin Gregg.
You're kidding.
No, he's got it. Director of Public Relations for the Red Sox got it in his hand. I don't know if he caught it or not.
I was explaining how.
Yes. No 2 pitch. And that is down and in, 1-2.
Did he make that play clean?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Kevin, did you make that play clean?
I don't know if he can hear you or not. I'm guessing he can't.
Well, they probably don't have the volume turned up.
No. And there's a little number in front of the plate. Erod coming home for the out there. So Eduardo Rodriguez with a good play, had it right in front of him, but still tough play when you're coming in like that. He flips to the plate, and they're able to get Chase Headley for the first out of the inning from 1-2.
Yeah, it's always dangerous when you go down with that bare hand, and you hope you're able to hold on to it, and he does, and then able to flip it to Hannigan. Now look at the runner come in trying to take Hannigan out. That's pretty much fair game. You like a second baseman all of a sudden because you don't want that catcher being able to throw to first to get the double play.
Bases reloaded here for New York now with 1 out. And Jacoby Ellsbury reached on the error. Interference in the first inning off the glove of Hannigan. Fly to left in the second. Ellsbury will take ball 1 outside. Been some stress innings here for Eduardo Rodriguez, and it started in the first inning tonight, and got another one here in the fourth. Left field, Bradley makes the catch, tagging at third base, trying to score his Bird. The throw is good, and Bird is going to be out. Got him. What a play by Jackie Bradley Jr. Made the catch and then fires at Citi Field, and now back home again against the Yankees. Into the bottom of the fourth inning we go. And David Ortiz to lead it off here in the fourth. They've been grounded out to second base in the first inning. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-1.
The Yankees have had a lot of opportunities to score more runs in this game. The Red Sox very fortunate. It's still a 2-2 ball game.
David taking it the other way into deep left. Young going back at the wall. It's gone. Home run number 495 for Big Poppy, right off the ledge and above the monster in left. Red Sox take a 3-2 lead.
Well, that's what the fans have come to see. Here at Fenway Park, Ortiz with changeup to the opposite field. And they've already changed the sign to 495. Change up away, and Ortiz going with it to the opposite field, and let's take a look at where it lands.
'50th pitch coming up here for Nova as Travis Shaw gets his second look at Nova tonight.
And the Yankees were considering a challenge on that particular home run, but then they got to look at it on replay, and they decided not to challenge it.
They got that little shelf area up there at the top of the monster. We've seen it more times than not, and it's bigger space than it looks from where we sit. And there it is. It's actually a few feet.
Yep. And over the course of the year, you see quite a few balls hit off the top of that.
And in fairness to the umpires, where they're standing on the field, that's a long way up there. They can't see it.
You can't see it up there.
One thing it does do is come off awkwardly as a swing and a miss here by Shaw. And Shaw strikes out. That's the second strikeout now for Nova, one down.
Both strikeouts for Nova tonight on the curveball. One more look at the Ortiz home run, and clearly on top of the Green Monster, and actually hitting that part of the wall that sticks up behind it, that padding there behind that where the level area is.
Down for Rusney. Castillo takes the strike. Rusney grounded out to shortstop in the second, 0 for 1. To left, playable for Young. 2 down in the inning. So Nova settling down after the leadoff home run by Ortiz to get the next 2. And Brock Holt coming up. Grounded out to second base in the second inning, 0 for 1.
It's interesting. We had a graphic in the open. Maybe we can pull that up of David Ortiz's first half of the season compared to the second half up to this point.
Yep.
And it's a remarkable difference number-wise.
You know, you look back, and it wasn't that long ago that you said there is no way he's going to get to his normal 3,100.
You didn't think so?
No.
You didn't think so?
No.
And it's certainly a possibility.
I mean, it's amazing.
Well, he's certainly got 29 home runs now, so he's going to get over 30.
The 30 part we feel very confident about, but still. Under the glove of the pitcher, but Ryan, the second baseman's got it, and his throw is in time to end the inning. Now, David Ortiz with home run number 495 of his career has put the Red Sox on top 3-2.
there always seems a point when you get to the age of David Ortiz where they say, well, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. And then back he comes, it seems like every single season, and puts up huge numbers in the second half of the season. And as you mentioned, we'll end up with somewhere over 30 and very close to 100.
Right where he normally is.
Where he is every year.
You hear things like Father Time and everything else catching up to him.
Yeah.
Not the case. Chris Young leading it off, his third look at Eduardo Rodriguez in the game tonight. To left field, struck well. Jackie Bradley Jr. going back, and he'll make the catch in front of the scoreboard on the warning track. First out of the fifth inning. Stanley, the official tools of the Boston Red Sox when you demand performance in action on the job site. One down for Alex Rodriguez. I would have to say, Jerry, over the years, Alex Rodriguez, the loudest boos of any other player that I can think of over the years here at Fenway Park.
Yeah, it reminds me, in a Yankee uniform of Reggie Jackson.
Okay. And it's similar to what David gets on the road, especially in the American League East at Yankee Stadium.
Yes. And I think it's a great thing if you're an opposing player to be booed the way you are. But that means you're pretty good. The other people don't like you very much.
Yeah, if you're not good, they don't bother.
They don't say a thing. Now batting Jerry Remy. Who cares? Now
Number
batting
2, Jerry Remy.
Who cares?
2. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Kind of cheer the swing and misses like from A-Rod too, like they did with Reggie Jackson. Every time he'd swing and miss, he'd take that big swing, and people would boo him for that. I mean, they'd cheer for that.
It's funny, we saw Reggie Jackson when we were in New York, not this time, but the time before. I'm amazed that he is not a very big man. I always thought, watching him on television, that he was this big guy.
Yeah.
He's not that big.
No, he's actually he's one of those guys that actually look bigger in uniform.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah. No, I don't mean that. I know he was strong, but I just mean tall.
No, he's not that tall. No.
1-2 pitch. He'll like this. A-Rod strikes out. It's a third strikeout for Rodriguez. 2 down.
Yep, fastball up and in on Rodriguez from Rodriguez. First pitch, fourth pitch, just about the same spot. And the strikeout. Yeah, you're right about Reggie. He really is not that tall of a guy, but he's so, he was big, especially back in those days. He was huge. And he was certainly an entertainer. There's no question about that. Love him or hate him. I mean, he was a guy that you wanted to see play.
He was listed at 6 feet tall, 195 pounds.
195?
Yeah. Down the line, off the bag, it changed direction and goes down to the corner, it looked like. And down to plate is Bradley to second base with a 2-out double goes Carlos Beltran.
Well, he's not 6 feet tall now.
No, you think he's shrinking?
I think we all are. Get to a certain point, we start going down.
I mean, you were 6'2" at one point, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that hit the third base bag on Sandoval, and he kicked right under him as he went to going into the dive.
So 2 down, Beltran at second base, and it brings up Brian McCann. McCann has flied to right and walked. Young flied out to left. Rodriguez struck out. A double for Beltran, who's at second base with 2 away.
Got it there pretty good too in a Yankee uniform.
Who's that?
Roger Clemens.
Oh, that's right, too.
Yeah.
On the ground foul towards the end of the dugout.
Johnny Damon.
Yes. Yeah, in fact, Johnny's first night back was really bad, as you recall, that first night, and he wasn't sure what to do with it. He actually saluted the fans.
Yeah.
Took his helmet off, was not entirely sure how to react. Anytime A-Rod comes up, you know it. From the time he starts from the on-deck circle on over to the home plate area, you can just hear it building as he makes his way over there. I wonder if he thrives on it, because it's not the only place he gets booed.
I'm telling you, when you're a great player, it's fun to be booed by the opposing. You don't want to be booed at home, obviously.
No, that's bad.
Doing well,
but everywhere else.
Everywhere else, absolutely, you want to be booed because they know you. They know who you are.
1-1 pitch is inside for ball 2. Brian McCann has flied to right and walked in this game. A-Rod's had a terrific season for the Yankees. Coming back, you had to wonder, being away for the year that he was, but he has come back very strong as they check, and he did not go, apparently. McCann on check swing. No, says Brian Knight.
I think he did a good job holding up, did McCann right there.
Outside for ball 4, and the second walk allowed by Eduardo Rodriguez. And both times it's been Brian McCann. Well, get immediate care without leaving the ballpark at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center First Aid Station behind Section 12 on the lower concourse. BIDMC is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Yankees threatening here with 2 outs and 2 on here in the 5th. And Chase Headley, the batter, he has struck out and singled, the 1-for-2 night for the Yankees third baseman. Yankees keeping an eye on that Blue Jays game tonight, as you might imagine. As the strike in there, Blue Jays have now taken a 2-1 lead over the Indians. They're in the 6th at the Rogers Center. Game and a half between the Jays and the Yankees, and what's going to be a fun race down the stretch. And we are down the stretch with September 1st tomorrow. In the dirt, nicely picked by Hannigan, at least blocked.
Rodriguez trying to go to that slider down and in on Headley, and a little bit too far down, not one that Headley will swing at, and Hannigan has to come up with the block. The ball will come back to him a little bit, as you can see, because of the spin.
Outside for ball 2, 2-1. Rodriguez trying to coach himself out there in his delivery right now. It's Beltran at second base, McCann at first, 2 down here in the 5th. Fouled off to the right, out of play. 2-2. And a nice grab to our right by a fan. I was getting up there in a hurry.
All right, calm down. That was a nice play.
Headley fouls off another down the right field line. 86 pitches right now for Eduardo Rodriguez, working with 2 outs in the 5th inning. With Greg Bird, the Yankees first baseman, waiting on deck. And now Hannigan going out to talk to Rodriguez. Well, this September, the Red Sox family 4-packs are back. In this special package, fans will get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for $75. This great deal is even available for Red Sox Hat Night on September the 8th and Fred Lynn Bobblehead Night on September 22nd. Tickets are available at redsox.com/family 4-packs. And a lot of families on hand here tonight as the Red Sox and Yankees open up this 3-game series. And a 3-2 Red Sox lead right now, but the Yankees threatening here in the 5th. 20th pitch of the inning coming up. Rodriguez wanted it, but it's inside.
A pretty good pitch there by Rodriguez, too. Tries to pick up that inside corner and does not miss by very much. Everything had been away with the exception of one pitch, and clearly inside, but not by that much.
Runners going, and it's inside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks allowed by Eduardo Rodriguez. So the base is reloaded here for New York now with 2 down in the inning. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. Whether you're taking your truck off-road, the kids to practice, or your sports car to its limits, there's a Toyo Tire for you. Visit toyotires.com to find a dealer near you. Well, Carl Willis headed out there now to talk to Eduardo Rodriguez. Got 2 outs in the inning, give up the double to Beltran, but he walks McCann and Headley, and now the bases are loaded with the tying run 90 feet away for New York. And you got Greg Bird coming up here for New York. Eduardo Rodriguez's pitching line brought to you by A's Ticket. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He's walked 3, struck out 3, and he's thrown 88 pitches in this game. Greg Bird coming up here, made his major league debut on August the 13th at Cleveland against the Indians. And he takes strike 1 over the inside corner.
Remember last time up, he hit a slider away from him and hooked it for a base hit. That time they start him off for the fastball inside.
Inside, straightening him up, and it's a ball and a strike now to Bird. Coming into tonight, Rodriguez has walked only 1 lefty, and tonight he walked McCann twice. 1-1 pitch, and he falls behind Bird now. 2-1.
Bird can pretty much sit on the fastball right here. He's just seen the changeup and followed by the slider, and down in the count 2-1 with the bases loaded.
Didi Gregorius waiting on deck. Yankees making noise here in the 5th. Red Sox on top by a run.
Oh, and he goes to the slider, and it gets in more trouble here now. 3-1.
Beltran at third, McCann at second, Headley at first, 2 down. And a foul back, battling back, full count. Now everybody be on the move. 4th full count of the night for Eduardo Rodriguez. Bases loaded, 2 down. Full count, 3-2 with 2 down. Bird rips it foul. Back into the seats off to the right.
Back to a 3-2 slider that time, and the slider right over the middle of the plate, and Bird pulling it foul. Not much break to that. It stayed inside. It has to be over the plate. It's a 3-2 situation. And Bird out in front of it, pulling it foul.
Bird fouls back another, and he'll see an 8th pitch in this at bat. Back to the fastball at 94 miles an hour. And he tried to run it in. It's at 95 now, reaching his average. Had to throw 28 pitches in this inning. And he's not out of it yet. Swing and a miss. Now he is out of it as he strikes out Bird with the bases loaded. His 4th K. Red Sox still have a 3-2 lead. Let's take a look at the box score. It appears like, and hopefully they can raise enough money that can find a cure for ALS. That's for sure. Now Ryan Hannigan leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hannigan, Bradley Jr., and Mookie Betts. Red Sox holding on to a 3-2 lead. The Yankees threatened but did not score in the top half of this inning. Three runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Red Sox. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for New York. Line to left, and that's in for a base hit in front of Chris Young. Leadoff single for Ryan Hannigan. Well, just one Nexium 24-hour day gives you all day, all night protection from frequent heartburn. Go to Nexium24hour.com for savings and pick up Nexium 24-hour at your local Stop and Shop. Lead runner on for the Red Sox here in the 5th. Jackie Bradley Jr., a single in the 3rd inning, came around to score on the 2-run home run by Mookie Betts. So 1 for 1 out of his number 9 spot in the order. As he takes strike 1. Jackie didn't think so.
Or he may have been upset for not swinging at that pitch.
Might have been. It looked like a pretty good pitch.
Good pitch for Jackie Bradley to drive right there. Fastball inside part of the plate.
Now he's swinging, and it's off the pitcher. It kicks out slowly to Ryan, and he'll have no play. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Off the legs of Nova, and by the time Ryan could get there, wasn't going to get him anyway. So 2 on, nobody out. I'm going to check on Nova.
Bradley jumped all over a curveball that time. Hit it very hard up the middle and off of Nova. Nova says he's okay. Got him in the foot, it looked like, and by the time Ryan got to it at second base, he had no play. So as quickly as they get out there, Joe Girardi and company, they go back, and Nova's ready to go with 2 men on him, nobody out. See, the third baseman Chase Headley was putting out signs in case of a bunt by the Red Sox on what bunt play they'll be using with a man at first and second.
Mookie Betts has grounded to short and homered. Home run, his 13th of the year. At the time, give the Red Sox 2-1 advantage. Yankees would tie it up. For Ortiz broke up the tie with a solo home run in the 4th. He was showing bunt, but takes a pitch high for ball 1.
Now, hopefully he was just faking that. I'd like to see him swing away in this situation and keep that line moving. A couple of men on with 2 hits in a row.
takes the strike. Ryan Butterfield giving him the signs, all involved. Ryan Hannigan, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Mookie Betts. 2 on, nobody out. See if they take it off now. 1-1 the count. Well, they leave it on, and he fouls it off. Down 1-2.
Tries to go down the third base line again, trying to pull the third baseman off the bag to leave a vacant third base, but going in foul territory. See the pitch that Betts hit last time, that third pitch, right in his power zone.
In the dirt, gathered by McCann. No advance for the base runners. And again with a single to begin the inning to left. Jackie Bradley Jr. reaching on the hit off the pitcher's legs. Nova kicked out to second base. 2 on, nobody out. And a count of 2-2 coming here to Betts. Mookie hits a little dribble in front of the plate. It's almost like a bunt going to third, and in time on the force out is the catcher McCann. Able to get Hannigan a full swing, but it operated kind of like a bunt, but McCann able to jump out and throw out the runner at third base.
That's a very good play by the Yankee catcher McCann. This ball topped down the third base line, and he really hustles out there and makes that off balance throw to get the force out on Hannigan. I didn't think he was going to be able to get that, but Hannigan, of course, does not run that well, and McCann still has a chance and makes the off-balance throw to get the out.
One out, runners at first and second, and Pablo Sandoval with his third at bat of the night against Ivan Nova. He struck out against him in the first. Grounded out to shortstop in the third. 0 for 2. On the outside corner.
I know it's second guessing, but I just didn't like the. Actually, we first guessed it. I mean, I didn't like the call from the beginning, the bunt in that situation. You know, guy hit a home run. 2-run home run in this ball game. The Red Sox, a couple of base hits, base runners, and it's almost like why give him an out? Swing the bat.
Now it's a pop-up. Back at second base, the shortstop Gregorius running behind second. The infield fly rule in effect makes the catch. 2 down. And we're seeing action in the Red Sox pen for the first time tonight. Robbie Ross Jr. first up, 96 pitches for Eduardo Rodriguez through the first 5 innings of this game. Here comes Xander Bogaerts with 2 on and 2 outs. Infield hit in the first, grounded out to first base in the third. 1 for 2. Bradley at second base, Betts at first. On the outside corner for strike 1.
Man on second base now. They do not have the shift on for Bogaerts.
Wild swing there and a miss. 0-2. Staying outside right now on Bogaerts. See Xander take some of those the other way. Right now down 0-2. 2 outs and runners in scoring position. He's been amazing, a .407 average. There's a runner at second right now. Also a runner at first with 2 outs here in the 5th.
Nova wanted that real bad, but it is outside. He was hoping to get a gift call right here on the outside part of the plate. It's a heck of a pitch, though, with no balls and 2 strikes.
Runners going, and a liner to third base, caught by Headley. So that'll end the 5th inning. Red Sox don't score, but lead it 3-2. Red Sox have the lead as we head here to the 6th inning. And a first pitch strike to Didi Gregorius. He is 2 for 2, single to right, single to center, has an RBI. Brendan Ryan, then Jacoby Ellsbury to bat in the 6th. Center fielder Mookie Betts over towards left center. Well, surpassing his total 2013 145, new career high. And Alex Spear of the Boston Globe pointed that out. And Jerry, there's something that they are concerned about moving forward here the rest of the year.
Yeah, they gave him a couple of extra days this time between starts.
There's a base hit to right field for Gregorius, who is 3 for 3 in this game tonight.
Yeah, the left-hander Rodriguez has been no mystery to Gregorius tonight. And that's going to bring Torey Lovullo out of the dugout.
So I started this inning at 96 pitches, and he'll end up
winning that poll around here, do you?
It doesn't really matter what the poll is or who they're up against. This one is fouled off by Ryan. Gets a big piece of Hannigan.
No comment.
Well, this call to the bullpen is brought to you by Kia. And Robbie Ross Jr. into the game. 43rd appearance, 0-2 with a 3.93 earned run average. 43 strikeouts, 17 walks. And opponents hitting at .251 against Ross. Ryan has struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice. Sandoval in at the grass at third. And a swing and a miss, 0-2. I saw Robbie Ross as he took the loss. Saw his 6-game scoreless streak snapped yesterday against the Mets, going 2/3 of an inning, giving up an earned run, walked a batter. It started the 7th inning of yesterday's game, dealt the loss in that contest. Ryan with a swing and a miss, strikes out. Ross comes in and gets the first Yankee that he faces, 1 down.
I think gets him on a fastball. So 3 pitches, and down goes Ryan. A little cut fastball that time, maybe a little cut, maybe right at the end of that on the inside part of the plate.
Frustrated Brendan Ryan, first out here of the 6th inning, brings up Jacoby Ellsbury. Strike call. Ellsbury reached on the catcher's interference in the first, flied out to left in the second. Lined out to left field, turned out to be a double play. Bradley Jr. made the catch, and then he threw out Greg Bird at the plate. and ended the fourth inning. Left-handers at 184 since the beginning of June against Robbie Ross. See how Ellsbury fares against the lefty in the lefty-lefty matchup here. And Jacoby hits one out towards center field, sending Betts backpedaling to make the catch for the second out. Back to the bag at first goes Gregorius. It's time now for Game Break, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Tom? All right, Tom, thanks very much. Back here at Fenway Park, where the Red Sox are holding on to a 3-2 lead. Now, we learned over the weekend, Jerry, that the full moon is on Saturday, or was Saturday. So now we're going the other direction on that. 2 down, runner at first.
Oh, the full moon was Saturday night?
Yeah.
While we were in New York.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see now that we are going in the other direction. Yep.
1-0 pitch down and in, and it's 2-0. Truck is trying to talk me into the fact that there are 2 different moons, one in New York and one in Boston.
Now you're smarter than that.
I am smarter than that. I am Northeastern educated. Alex Rodriguez waiting on deck with 2 down here in the 6th inning. And that'll straighten him up. Down and in. Not a very big lead for Gregorius at first base. As a 4-pitch walk here to Chris Young. And now Ross is going to have to face Alex Rodriguez. Well, stay tuned for Red Sox Final presented by Uno's. TC Eck and Steve Lyons will have an update on the American League East race. And again out there talking to Ross. There's a home plate umpire, Vic Carapaz, out there to break it up. Here comes Alex Rodriguez. Rod single to left in the first inning. Fly down to center in the 3rd. Struck out swinging in the 5th.
It's like Hannigan looking for signs in case there would be a double steal where he would throw the ball. I don't think there will be one with Rodriguez at the plate.
Swings away and lifts a fly ball to center. Playable for Mookie Betts out there. He'll put it away, and that'll end the 6th inning. Yankees strand a pair. 5.5 deep, 3-2 Boston. 2004 ALCS. There are so many dramatic home runs of the now 495 that he has hit. As the pitch is outside for ball 1. In the dirt, and it's 2-0. Certainly must-see TV. David Ortiz, anytime that he has come up over the course of his career, but even more so now. Only 495 home runs on his resume. And a month left of this season. Head here, 3-0, and you can bet he's got the green light. Green light, high drive, deep left. Does it have enough? No, off the top of the wall. Young will get it back in quickly. Ortiz slides in with a double and nearly got home run number 496. He made a bid.
That's so unusual, too, to see David Ortiz on a 3-0 count still use left field. He gets a fastball and trying to use that opposite field for another home run. Didn't miss it by very much. Got it high off the left field wall for the leadoff double here in the 6th inning. Most of the time on the green light 3-0 count, you see Ortiz pulling the ball. Not here at Fenway. Takes it off the left field wall.
David Ortiz in scoring position to begin things here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it brings up Travis Shaw, 0 for 2 in the game. He has grounded out to second and struck out swinging. Strike over the outside corner. Alexi Agondo up in the Red Sox pen. Boston has already gone to Robbie Ross Jr. in relief of Eduardo Rodriguez. Ball and a strike now to Travis Shaw. Yankees have action of their own. Adam Warren, the right-hander, up in the pen. Strike called, and it's 1-2. David Ortiz, a leadoff double off the wall and left to begin things here in the 6th inning. Shaw trying to move him along here in the 6th. And it's in the dirt, blocked by McCann. No advance for Big Papi at second base.
Trying to put him away with a breaking ball, and it's not close to being a strike. And certainly Shaw was not going to bite on that breaking ball from Nova.
Popped up foul. That'll get back into the seats behind the Yankees dugout. Nova working here into the 6th inning as we check out his pitching line, brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. 5+, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He hasn't walked anybody and has struck out 2 right now on the hook. Red Sox looking for more. Ortiz at second base, nobody out. And a 2-2 pitch coming up to Travis Shaw. Full count now.
Thrown a couple of pitches like that tonight, just missing inside that Nova thought he had, but they were not strikes, but not missing by very much.
Ball 4, and Shaw draws a walk. So the first 2 Red Sox have reached here in the inning.
Now scoring for the Red Sox tonight, Mookie Betts. Fastball, middle of the plate in, 2-run home run. Then David Ortiz to the opposite field on a changeup. And that's how the Red Sox have got their 3 runs on the night. 495 now for Ortiz.
Two on, nobody out, and Rusney Castillo coming up. Castillo has grounded out to short. He has flied out to left. Adam Warren still warming in the pen for New York. Castillo fouls it off. Nova coming in with a record of 5-6, a 4.50 earned run average, his 12th start of the year. Decision in every outing so far this season. And a swing and a miss, stayed inside with the fastball. 0-2.
And that's what they try to do to Castillo, is stay inside, trying to go in off the plate against him with the fastball. And this time he does chase one that's inside and off the plate. He usually followed up with a breaking ball away. We'll see what Nova does here.
In the dirt, blocked by McCann. No advance.
They do go away, but way too far outside to even be tempting for Castillo to swing at. Right idea, bad location.
.400 with runners in scoring position, and even better lately. 5 out of his last 6 for Rusney Castillo. David Ortiz, that runner in scoring position right now, with Shaw at first. And that is strike 3. Nova gets him looking, really froze him there. Third K for Nova, first out of the inning.
Now once again he goes to the breaking ball, this time over the plate. That was supposed to be more away than it actually was. But it picks up the inside part of the plate. That's actually a pretty good pitch to hit right there for Castillo.
A lot of spinning going on, not much action.
Exactly. A lot of spinning, not much movement away from Castillo. What do they call it, a backup slider?
Yeah. 1 out, runners at first and second, and Brock Holt the batter. He's done the same thing twice. That's ground out to Brendan Ryan at second base. 0 for 2. And he takes strike 1. 90 pitches now for Nova, with 1 out here in the 6th inning. 9 out of his last 15 is Brock Holt. Runners in scoring position. That's with Ortiz at second, Shaw at first, and 1 away. Oh and 2. .105 is his high, just reached his average. .02 pitch is popped up shallow left, as in from left comes Young to make the catch for the second out of the inning. And it's 2 on with now 2 down.
Well, make NESN.com your new home for fantasy football news and analysis.
Our experts' positional rankings and draft day strategies are sure to help you dominate your league this fall. Visit NESN.com/fantasy for our 2015 draft kit and start chasing that championship. 2 on, 2 down, and Ryan Hannigan coming up. Hannigan is grounded to short, single to left. Swing and a miss, gets away from the catcher. Ortiz going to try and get to third, and he is going to be out at third base. David wants it challenged immediately. We will see here as McCann had to get away from him up the first base line. He went and retrieved it, then threw to third. And Torey Lovullo looking into the dugout to see whether or not they're going to challenge this. David obviously thinks he beat it out or eluded the tag at third base.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you almost have to be standing up going into third base, and I think he's out.
Yep.
Looks like the tag just below the knee before the foot got on the bag. And they're not going to challenge it.
So David Ortiz out. Red Sox retired. We head to the 7th. 3-2 Boston. Different moon in Boston than there is in New York. So I really don't know what to believe. But we know that's not full. That much we know as we play here to the 7th inning. And a new Red Sox pitcher facing Carlos Beltran as Alexia Gondo now into the game here for Robbie Ross Jr. Ended up going an inning. Giving up a hit, no runs, walked a batter, struck out a batter. Beltran fouls it off to the left out of play. So Gondo into the game. Alexi, his 53rd appearance, 2-0, the 3.83 earned run average, 46 strikeouts, 22 walks, and opponents hitting at 241 against Gondo. He was charged with his 3rd blown save on Friday. That was at New York against the Mets. Went a third of an inning. He made a hit and a run. He walked 3 in that outing. Two and one the count to Beltran. And he jumps back out of the way for ball 3.
What are they telling you now? 29.5 days
Yeah. They're telling
for
me
a full moon again? What's the 0.5 for?
Well, I don't know. I guess it's half a day. I don't know.
What?
But anyway, it's not 28 days. They gave me bad information, and I just ran it out there, and now it's.
Well, it's 29.5. But what's the 0.5? I mean, how much of a day is that?
Half a day. That's 12 hours, right? Yeah, 12 hours. Because a day is 24. Three-1 is fouled back, full count.
I'm still not getting it.
I'm not going to be able to explain it because I don't get it either.
The 29 I understand. The 0.5 I don't get at all. I mean, is that like 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock?
Maybe it starts at noon and you just can't see it yet because it's not dark.
That could be it. I don't know. It's out somewhere.
Well, that's the thing. It's someplace else. This will get away, and more walking problems for Gondos was his problem on Friday night. He walks the first batter that he faces here tonight in the 7th inning. Well, tomorrow on an all-new Red Sox report, see highlights from the Jimmy Fund month and watch as the Red Sox relaunch the Ice Bucket Challenge. Catch it all tomorrow at 5 on this week's edition of the Red Sox report. So Beltran with a leadoff walk in a 1-run game here in the 7th inning. Brian McCann, the batter, he has walked twice in this game. He's also flied out to right. All that was against tonight's Red Sox starter, Eduardo Rodriguez. Last time called, and it looked like McCann had something in his eye there briefly. Still may. In there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Gondo with good velocity on his fastball, 94-95, but had some trouble controlling it with Beltran at the plate. Gets the early strike here on McCann.
Look out, bat goes flying into the stands. Ends up about 5 rows deep to the side of the Red Sox dugout.
And looks like everybody okay down in that section.
Now Hannigan going out here to talk to Gondo.
Hey, Red Sox Nation, start earning rewards for every Dunkin' run. Enroll any DD card online at ddperks.com. The Red Sox run on Dunkin'. Carlos Beltran with a walk to begin things here in the 7th inning. Brian McCann down on the count 0-2. Ball 1. Cleveland holding on to that 3-2 lead right now in Toronto in the 8th inning. Now McCann grounds one towards second base. Bogarts will touch second, throw to first for a double play. Right up the middle, and that's where Bogarts was shading him. It worked out great for the Red Sox. 2 down.
Yeah, that's perfect. You know, as soon as you see contact as a shortstop in that big bounce, you know you've got a double play right there. Just tag second, nice easy throw to first base. That's about as easy as they come for a shortstop to make that double play. 6-3.
2 down here in the 7th inning, and it brings up Chase Headley now. The base is empty, and Red Sox go on a shift here on the right side for Headley. Brock Holt into short right field. Headley struck out in the 1st, singled in the 4th, walked in the 5th. Outfield plays as well for Headley to pull as that one bounces in.
So far, it's been just about all fastballs from Agondo.
Agondo walked Beltran to begin the inning. McCann grounds into the 6-3 double play. 2 down in the 7th, and a 2-1 pitch coming up here to Headley. On the ground into the shift right side. Bogarts, the shortstop, with the toss to first that ends the inning. 7th inning stretch from Fenway. 3-2 Boston. Let's check out the box score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitcher for the Yankees, Adam Warren, comes in for Ivan Nova into his 36th game of the year. 6-5 with a 3.19 earned run average. 83 strikeouts for him, 33 walks, and opponents hitting at .232 against Warren.
He was actually in the starting rotation earlier this season and moved back in the bullpen. Since he's been in the bullpen, he has been very, very good.
In fact, he's only given up 1 earned run in his last 11 appearances. Goes back to the beginning of August the 5th. 1.96 ERA in his last 21 relief outings. And there is strike 1 to Ryan Hannigan. Hannigan was batting when David Ortiz was thrown out at third base. Bullpens are busy right now as Warren is on the mound right now. It is Chasen Shreve on the mound in the bullpen right now for New York, and Shinichi Tozawa will now be working 8th innings again. His old job back again, according to Torey Lovello. After the closing situation did not work out, Gene Machi now closing. Hannigan late on that rising fastball. 1-2. And again, Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts to bat here in the 7th inning. So Nova goes 6 innings, ends up giving up 7 hits, 3 runs. He walked 1 and struck out 3, and departs on the hook in this game, with the Red Sox on top 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hannigan strikes out, and it's a slider that gets him for the first out here of the 7th inning.
You talk to hitters about Warren, and they all say he's nasty. And there's that slider that starts on the outside part of the plate, finishes off the outside corner. Very tough pitch to pick up. Looks like a fastball coming out of his hand.
Now here is Bradley, 2 for 2 in the game. Single to left, a single off the legs of Ivan Nova in the 5th inning. The pitcher just grabbed the attention of Chase Headley, third baseman, in on the grass at third.
Now they go into the shift, as you can see on Bradley.
Swing and a miss. That one's by him, and it's 2-1. Pitch yesterday in Atlanta. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Another fastball at 94 miles an hour.
Most velocity is shown on his fastball so far. He's been 93, 94 with the last one.
Fouled off to the left hand, out of play, 2-2. H.B. Hood salutes the Red Sox Foundation's commitment to 4,900 accredited charities throughout New England. Foul back again, still 2-2. Bradley batting now, top of the order. Mookie Betts waiting on deck. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Bradley almost got hit. That fastball in.
That's how they try to get Bradley, last year, and in particular going inside and up and in against Bradley. That one just way inside.
Drives one to left field, and Young going back, looking up, and it's off the wall. He'll play the carom out there, but Jackie Bradley Jr. to second base with his 3rd hit of the night. It's a 1-out double.
Now the pitch they wanted to make, they missed. The fastball up and in, so they come back with a slider, as you can see right there, and Bradley off the left field wall. I'll tell you, Red Sox doing a good job tonight taking that left field wall as their friend. David Ortiz going in that direction a couple of times. Bradley going in that direction.
One out. Bradley at second base, and Mookie Betts coming up. He has grounded out to short, homered, reached on a fielder's choice. Ground ball by the dive of Gregorius at shortstop. Bradley will be stopped at third. Throw comes homeward and is cut off by Headley. 2nd hit of the night from Mookie Betts, and it's 1st and 3rd with 1 down.
Mookie Betts jumps on a slider on the first pitch and hits the ball so hard and is charged well by Chris Young that they're going to have to hold up Jackie Bradley Jr. with the 1 out. You see that Young had the ball when Bradley was just getting to third base. Out comes Girardi.
He will make the change here. Warren giving it back-to-back hits and responsible for the 2 men on right now as Chasen Shreve into the game. 49th appearance, 6-1 with a 1.95 earned run average. 58 Ks in 50 2/3 innings, and Sandoval cranks the first one foul off himself. So Warren goes a third and gives up 2 hits. Did strike out a batter. Responsible for Jackie Bradley Jr., who's at third. Mookie Betts, who's at first. The one from the left-hander is going to miss. A ball and a strike. Xander Bogaerts waiting on deck with 1 out here in the 7th inning. Shreve work yesterday against Atlanta. Gave up a walk in a third of an inning.
Now that's his former team, the Atlanta Braves. Picked up in a trade by the Yankees.
With right-hander David Carpenter from the Braves in exchange for Manny Bensuelos, the left-handed pitcher. To first base, Bird with a bobble gets the out, but the run will score. In from third comes Bradley, and the Red Sox added their lead on top 4-2.
Looks like it is rush, and I thought Bird was going to come to the plate with that. He drops the ball. Actually, I don't think he had any intention of going home with it at all. It looked like he was going to go to second base and try to go 3-6-3 and get the double play. By the time he looks at home, there's no chance to get Jackie Bradley Jr. And the Red Sox had a very important run here in the 7th inning.
One charge to Warren. RBI for Sandoval. His 42nd of the year. Now Betts at second with 2 down. Here's Xander Bogaerts. Xander with an infield hit in the first inning. Since then, he's grounded out to first and lined sharply out to third base last time up. Strike call.
Got to move it on that fastball down and away to Bogaerts. Really brings that arm back a long way on that delivery to home plate, and a lot of movement on that fastball.
One pitch coming to Bogaerts. Framed there by McCann, but it is a ball, and it's 2-1. Nova on the hook. He started this game. The Yankees started going the first 6 innings, 3 runs on 7 hits. Walk and 3 Ks. Adam Warren came in, still responsible for Betts at second base. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Bogaerts with a swing and a miss, 2-2. Bottom dropped out of that.
Yeah, split-fingered fastball that time, and kind of a tough angle to throw a splitter from. He's about 3/4, as you can see. And then you see the action on it going down and away from Xander Bogaerts. So he's kind of worn Bogaerts out in the outside part of the plate so far on this at bat.
David Ortiz waiting on deck. There are 2 outs here in the home half of the 7th inning. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Pretty typical Red Sox Yankees grinded out long contest here tonight at Fenway Park.
Yeah, and it's only a 4-2 game.
Coming up on the 3-hour mark as the Red Sox and Yankees play here in the 7th inning. 2-2 pitch to Bogaerts. Down and in, full count. Inning started with Hannigan striking out. Bradley doubled off the wall. Betts singled. Ground out by Sandoval to first base. Produced the run. That gives the Red Sox a 2-run advantage. Betts remaining at second. A full count now to Xander Bogaerts. Be sure to follow NESN on Instagram today to see all things behind the scenes this Red Sox season and to be there as the Bruins gear up for the puck drop. Follow NESN at Instagram.com/NESN. Payoff pitch. And there's ball 4 to Bogaerts. A 7-pitch at bat turns into a walk for Xander. Now David Ortiz coming up with 2 on. The first a meeting at the mound. David's had a 2-hit night, including his 495th home run of his career in the 4th inning.
Now first a look at the Ortiz home run and a changeup going to the opposite field right on top of the Green Monster. And then later on in the ball game, a fastball that's going to be up close to the top of the Green Monster for a 2-base hit. Going to the opposite field using that wall tonight. And over the wall for David Ortiz.
Ortiz jumps back out of the way of a pitch up and in. Runner at second in Betts, the responsibility of Adam Warren. Bogaerts at first, now the responsibility of Shreve, the left-hander in the game right now. The 1-0. Ortiz badly fooled there. 1-1.
And something off speed that time at 83 miles an hour to Ortiz. Off-speed pitch staying down and in to David, way out of the strike zone. 83 miles an hour.
Two and one. That's at second. Bogaerts at first base. 2 down, a run in the Boston 7th inning. Ortiz gets the arms out of the way, but it's called a strike right on the corner. 2-2.
Yeah, certainly borderline, but looked like it was a strike. Once again, an off-speed pitch. Elevated more than I think he would have liked, but did get the inside corner. It's an unusual way to call timeout, isn't it?
Yes, just drop the bat. Waiting for Shreve here. He's waiting a long time.
Well, Shreve's taking forever.
In the dirt, and it's a full count now. So David's had to wait a long time, but it's full. And they're going to go out and meet again.
Once again, down in the dirt to David Ortiz. Again, an off-speed pitch. Judd knocking it down by McCann.
Ball 4, and he walks Ortiz to load the bases. Back-to-back walks allowed by Shreve. And now they are full for Travis Shaw. And back to the mound again goes McCann. And out comes Larry Rothschild now. He'll join the meeting, the pitching coach. Well, tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC will be joined by Red Sox President of Baseball Operations, Dave Dombrowski. Bases loaded, 2 down, a run in here in the 7th inning. And Travis Shaw coming up. Strike 1. Ellsbury over towards right center field right now as the Red Sox have the bases loaded here with 2 down in the 7th inning. Shaw grounds it foul. Down 0-2.
I would think as a left-handed hitter, Shreve would be a little bit difficult to pick up with that delivery to home plate. That 3/4 style delivery, reps that arm way back behind him.
Shaw rips it foul. Off to the right, out of play.
Stay inside that time against Shaw, and he just cleans it out, but in foul territory. Once again, an off-speed pitch at 83.
Outside, 1-2. Travis Shaw with his 4th plate appearance of the night. A big spot here. Red Sox leading by 2 runs. Have a chance to add on to it here in the bottom of the 7th. On the ground, foul outside of first. Nice pick by Arnie Baylor, the first base coach.
Very nice play by Arnie Baylor.
Tough hop.
Backed up a little bit. Usually when infielders back up, it's trouble, but not that time for Baylor.
Shaw turns on this and rips it foul up to the top deck. He was well out ahead of that.
Yeah, again, you know, it's that split-fingered fastball, and it's staying inside, and that's why Shaw's out in front of it. Off-speed pitch. They've all been about 83 miles an hour. There you see the split.
Shaw fouls another one off. You'll see an 8th pitch in this at bat.
That pitch 10 miles an hour faster than the previous 83 to 93 with the fastball away.
Bouncing in and blocked, that time by McCann. Nolan Vance at third base, although he came dancing down the line a little bit, was Mookie Betts. That's coming down, but no chance to get in.
We have had more meetings in this inning
Outfield straight away here on Travis Shaw. In the air to left field. Chris Young going back onto the track to make the catch that ends the inning. So Shaw flies out to left. Red Sox have a 4-2 lead through 7. His 57th appearance, 2-6 with a 3.79 earned run average, 49 strikeouts at 13 walks, and opponent sitting at 268 against Tazawa. Well, he had his problems, no doubt, as the Red Sox closer, and coming off a couple of tough outings for Tazawa. Started the 10th inning on Friday night against the Mets. He allowed a run on 1 hit, a career high 4 walks, which is just unheard of for Tazawa.
It's amazing how that gets in your head. You know, it takes a special character to be a closer. There's no question about that. You look behind you, there's nobody there. It's your game. And that's a lot of burden to put on somebody, but that's the way it is.
And now back to his more familiar role in the 8th inning, as Greg Bird takes strike 1. Bird tonight has fly to center, single to right, and struck out swinging. Oh, 0-2.
Curveball and split-fingered fastball, the first 2 pitches from Tazawa.
A little different in the 9th inning, as Alex Spear points out of the Boston Globe. Bouncing in for ball 1. It's Bird, Gregorius, and Ryan expected here in the 8th. 7, 8, and 9 for New York. Cleveland has added to their lead against the Blue Jays on top 4-2. They're in the 9th inning now at the Rogers Center. The Yankees trailing here by 2 as they bat in the 8th. On the ground, right side. It'll go to Holt, then on to Shaw for the first out of the 8th inning. Let's take a closer look at what's ahead for the Red Sox. Tomorrow's starting pitchers: Michael Pineda matched up against Rick Porcello. Pineda is 9-8 on the year with a 4.19 earned run average. Rick Porcello 6-11 with a 5.47 ERA. This closer look is brought to you by FW Web Selection Expertise Solutions. More at FWWeb.com.
And Porcello hoping to repeat the same type of performance he had last time out. His first is coming off the disabled list.
1 out here in the 8th, and it brings up Didi Gregorius. He's had a 3-hit night tonight. Singling to right, singling to center, and singling to right again. Well, the amazing part about those 4 walks last time out for Tazawa in the 10th inning of that game. He had walked 4 batters total over his previous 29 appearances and 30 innings. A breaking ball drops in there for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, it's hard to figure, you know, because the strength really of the back end of the bullpen for the Red Sox when Uehara was healthy and Tazawa is the fact that neither one of those guys walk anybody. And as soon as Tazawa got in that closing role, walks all over the place.
Now Gregorius down the line at first, off the glove of Shaw. He will run it down, but not before Gregorius is on with his 4th hit of the ball game.
3 hits against a left-hander tonight. He gets a chance against a right-hander, gets a split-fingered fastball, and right off the glove of Shaw. Hit very well. Topspin line drive, and not much Shaw could do about that except try to get the glove on it. Try to prevent 2 bases.
Have a pinch hitter coming up here for Brennan Ryan. Brett Gardner will pinch hit. .272, 12 homers and 55 runs batted in for Gardner. Strike one. Fastball at 92 miles an hour. Gardner against Tazawa, 2 for 5. In on the grass at third, Sandoval. Breaking ball missing. A ball and a strike now to Gardner. Action in the Yankees pen. There's Dylan Betances up in the pen. Almost as if the Yankees had the 4-2 lead here. They're trying to keep this score where it is.
Well, they know the struggles the Red Sox bullpen has had recently.
Rolls it over foul, and it's 1-2. 3 for 25 as a pinch hitter. He's not been great in this role, but here he is with 1 out and 1 on. Shaw holding on Gregorius at first base. 1-2 pitch from Tazawa. Bouncing in, gets away from Hannigan, and Gregorius will get to second base. Head first slide, didn't need it. Hannigan was not going to run it on the wild pitch uncorked by Tazawa.
Tried that snap off that curveball again, and this one's going to bounce right in front of home plate and right off the left shoulder of Ryan Hannigan. And Gregorius heads up base running. As soon as he sees that ball bounce, he takes off, and now he's in scoring position with 1 out.
One out runner at second base. Gardner waiting on a 2-2 pitch. Gardner to right field. Castillo is deep, and that's in for a base hit. Stopping Gregorius as the throw comes back in. It's now first and third with 1 out.
You know, a lot of times from Tazawa you see curveballs early in counts to get ahead, and then you don't see any more. Well, that time he broke another curveball off the Gardner, and Gardner just absolutely puts it on the line. Good job by Castillo to get over and get that throw back in. But here's the breaking ball right here that stays up in the zone, and Gardner jumps all over it.
First and third, 1 out. Tying runs on base right now for New York as Jacoby Ellsbury comes up. Toronto has lost tonight 4-2 to the Cleveland Indians.
Got to keep an eye on Gardner at first base. He's got 18 steals on the season.
Ellsbury back where it came from. Now Tazawa to second for 1. On to first for 2. Huge double play that will end the 8th inning. 4-2 Boston. as he had pinch hit for Brendan Ryan, and it is now Stephen Drew who takes over at second base. Shreve back on the mound again, and it's a first pitch strike to Rusney Castillo. Castillo 0 for 3. He's grounded out to shortstop, flied out to left, and struck out looking. Had Betances up, but the Yankees not gaining any ground in that inning and still trailing by 2. It's Shreve who's back out there to begin the bottom of the 8th inning. And it's 0-2. So Adam Warner ended up being charged with a run in his third of an inning. 2 hits, 1 run. Four runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Boston. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors for New York. Brock Holt waiting on deck. Strike 3 call. First strikeout for Shreve, 1 down.
What a play by Tazawa to end last inning. I mean, he gets a rocket back to the mound, backhands it, and then throws a nice strike to Bogaerts, leads him right across that second base bag, exactly where you want to throw it, and that's pretty impressive by Tazawa. Very quick feet to get himself in position, make a good throw, and Red Sox get a very big double play there.
Well, the Red Sox current closer, Gene Machi, up in the pen. Strike into Brock Holt. 0 for 3 in the ball game, batting out of the 7th spot in the order. He's grounded out to second twice and flied out to left. On the ground by the mound, softly, Stephen Drew racing in and throwing out Brock Holt for the second out of the 8th inning. Well, Drew, who's seen most of his time with the Yankees at second base now, coming in here late in the game defensively and able to get Holt at first base, charging in to get that one.
Yeah, made a pretty nice play out of that and threw the ball very hard, a sinker over to first base to Bird, and Bird's able to handle it. See where Drew is, very deep, and of course he has to charge this ball and then make that very quick sidearm flip to first. And it almost was to the left of Bird, but he's able to make the play.
2 down in the inning for Ryan Hannigan. And a swing and a foul tip for strike 1. Hannigan has grounded to short, singled to left, and struck out swinging. Did he go? No, says Ron Culpa, first base umpire.
I think good call by Culpa down there. Didn't look like he did go around on that pitch.
Jackie Bradley Jr. waiting on deck. He's had a good night, a 3-hit night for the Red Sox left fielder. Two-1 to Hannigan, and a foul back, 2-2. Two down here in the 8th inning. Hannigan waiting on a 2-2 pitch. And a ground ball to second base. Stephen Drew throws out Hannigan, and we are headed for the 9th inning. Red Sox holding on to a 4-2 lead. Machi will be in. His 14th appearance without a record of 5.40 earned run average. 3 for 3 in save opportunities. 8 strikeouts to 4 walks, and opponents hitting at 200 against Machi. It'll first be leading it off here, Stephen Drew. Pitch down and in for ball one. More action for the Red Sox in the pen in case. Craig Breslow is up. Line drive, base hit into right field, and Stephen Drew begins this ninth inning with a base hit to right. Have a son or daughter who wants to learn more about baseball with the Red Sox? Visit NessonClubhouse.com. It has videos, games, and a whole lot more. It's fun, free, and easy to use. Visit NessonClubhouse.com today. Now here comes Alex Rodriguez representing the game-tying run. Low and away for ball one. Well, Dylan Betances back up again in case. Stephen Drew, the leadoff base hit to begin things here in the ninth inning. The Yankees already with a tying run at the plate here against Machi. And his third save of the season against the Mets on Saturday. Had a 1-2-3 ninth inning in that game. Grounder foul, 1-1.
So far from what we've seen from Machi, he's pretty much a two-pitch pitcher, a fastball splitter. And he had a very good split-fingered fastball in that last outing against the Mets.
Low and away, 2-1.
Make that a three-pitch pitcher. There's the slider he mixes in. And not close that time and falling behind 2 balls and 1 strike.
He has 5 saves in his major league career, 3 for 3 this season with the Red Sox. Saves against Tampa Bay, Chicago, and last time out against the Mets. Falling behind A-Rod, 3-1. Ball 4 and he loses him. First 2 have reached for the Yankees in the ninth inning. On a single and a walk, and now it'll be Carlos Beltran coming up for New York. Carlos Beltran has a sacrifice fly back in the first inning, flied out to center in the third, doubled in the fifth, walked in the seventh inning. On the ground, foul over by the Red Sox dugout and above it.
Yeah, there's no way Beltran's going to be bunting here to advance 2 runners to put the tying runs in scoring position. He's up there to swing the bat. Long ball possibility certainly from Beltran.
Outside 1-1.
There's that splitter from Machi, and it's got a big dip to it. This time actually dipping down way too far.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the 9th. Trying to frame that outside corner, but missing again.
And back-to-back split-fingered fastballs that time. This one a little bit closer, but still outside.
Well, strikes have been a problem. 10 pitches, only 3 strikes for Machi since coming into this game. He's got Brian McCann waiting on deck, who's already walked twice tonight. 3-1.
Another splitter that misses outside.
Breslow is now sat down in the Red Sox pen. Strike call. Generous. Full count.
Yeah, he stays with that splitter again on the 3-1 count and really gets a little bit of a gift here. This ball appeared to be outside, but gets the strike call.
Two on, nobody out in the New York 9th inning. A payoff pitch coming up to Beltran. And a grounder that is a foul ball. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here to Carlos Beltran with Drew at second, Rodriguez at first, nobody out in the 9th. Strike 3 call, first out of the 9th inning, needed that.
That was the old surprise attack right there. I mean, you throw splitter after splitter after splitter away and then come back inside with the fastball. In the mind of a hitter, all you're thinking about is the pitch away. And that pitch inside just completely froze Beltran.
Another meeting at the mound here. They'll now prepare to deal with Brian McCann, who tonight has fly to right, walked and scored, walked in the 5th, and then grounded into a double play in the 7th. Red Sox playing firm to pull and playing very deep in the outfield.
Yeah, trying to prevent anything over their head so that runner at first base does not score.
McCann takes strike 1, the high strike at 93.
Establishing the inside part of the plate with the fastball.
The 0-1 pitch to McCann. We'll have to wait as Machi backs off again. Popped up foul, back and out of play. 0-2. Nothing in 2 to Brian McCann with 1 out and 2 on. In the dirt, gets away from Hannigan. Trying to move up is both runners, and they will. So Hannigan able to block it, but he kicks it up the first base line, and now they're tying run in scoring position with 1 out.
Now Hannigan did all he possibly could. I mean, this is a nasty split-fingered fastball that bounces, and you try to do the best to block it and deaden it, but this ball just going to get away as it hits right in front of home plate. Karam off to his right, and all of a sudden 2 men in scoring position.
Pinch runner John Ryan Murphy will pinch run here for Alex Rodriguez. Representing the tying run. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Brian McCann. McCann hits a high fly ball, foul, a ton, but foul. Up into the top deck off to the right. Drew at third. Ryan Murphy at second with 1 out. Inside, almost hit him, and it evens at 2-2. And a pretty patient hitter. We've seen him walk twice in this game. Get down 0-2. It's now 2-2. Koji Uehara looking on. Full count.
That was a good call. I thought that was the right pitch to make, the split-fingered fastball, but he couldn't control it and leaves it outside.
Kind of sails away from him this time. We'll see what happens now. Full count.
No downward movement on that one.
Payoff pitch. And it's foul back again. Andrew Miller and Dylan Betances both up. Betances has been up a while. And Andrew Miller has joined him. You got generally the setup man and the closer side by side right now in a 2-run ball game with the Yankees having the tying run at second base. Payoff pitch. Ball 4, he loses him. And that is the second walk allowed by Machi in this 9th inning to load the bases.
Right now, Machi having a difficult time controlling that split-fingered fastball. Goes to it again, misses outside, loads the bases.
Carl Willis going to head out there and join this conversation atop the hill.
Last pitch there by Machi. You can see the split grip, and again, not too much downward movement on that, just going left to right.
West to east. Or east to west.
I think it's east to west. I think it was it. Depending on how you're looking at it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from here. So for me, it's west to east.
East to west.
Yeah. So 1 out, bases loaded. And a huge opportunity here for Chase Headley. He is 3 for 7 in his career against Machi. Headley spending some time with the San Diego Padres and facing Machi in the National League, and he's going to face him here in the American League. Tying run at second base for New York. The go-ahead run now at first base for the Yankees. She finally ready here. And he misses away. Total of 23 pitches for Machi since coming into this game. 10 strikes. It's Drew at third, Ryan Murphy at second, and McCann at first. Two and 0.
Now that one had more downward movement on it, but still outside. You'll see this ball go straight down, but it doesn't have the corner of the plate. That's more of the action he's looking for, but still a location not there.
Wow, a pretty close pitch, but that's also a ball. 3-0.
Tries to come back inside with a fastball, misses off the inside corner.
So 25 pitches, 10 for strikes. Walk 2, giving up a hit. Did have a strikeout mixed in there. Falling behind 3-0. Headley just waiting for a strike. He's not going to get one, and that'll bring in a run. Third walk of the inning allowed by Machi, and now it's a one-run game. 4-3. We'll see if they get Breslow back up again. And here's Craig Breslow. Had been warming up earlier. Going to get back up again. Greg Bird with a chance here to tie this game and maybe more for New York. There's a strike on the outside corner. Mock cheer goes up at Fenway.
Finally found that outside corner with the split-fingered fastball.
When do you think it is time to perhaps switch pitches here? Because right now the splitter is not doing much for him.
His fastball's not either. That's the problem. And I think that the reason with the split-fingered fastballs is trying to get a ground ball double play.
Bases loaded, 1 out, a run in. Red Sox holding on to a 1-run advantage. Fly ball foul down the left field line, out of play.
There it is again, that time on the outside part of the plate, and hit foul by Bird.
Strike 3 call. Huge strikeout right there for the second out of the 9th inning.
He's done that a couple of times. You know, that's how he got Beltran earlier in the inning. After throwing splitter and splitter and splitter away, he comes back inside with the fastball. And again, as a hitter, you're kind of giving up on that pitch. You're looking away. Your mindset is on pitches away. And he got Beltran that way, and now he's just got Bird that way. This guy scares me right now that's at the plate. He's had a heck of a night.
Didi Gregorius with 4 hits already tonight. All singles. One to right, one to center, another one to right, and one off the first baseman, Shaw, down the right field line. He's 13 for his last 20. As he takes ball 1. Ryan Murphy at third, McCann at second, Headley at first, 2 down in the 9th. There's a strike, 1-1. Just did get that outside corner.
Got 2 splitters in a row to Gregorius. Not as much drop to that one, but it does get the corner.
In the air to right field. Back goes Rusney Castillo to the warning track to make the catch in front of the wall. By the skin of their teeth, the Red Sox have held on to win this game. Talk about some drama in the 9th. The Yankees did that, but they come up short as the Red Sox hold on to win 4-3. Easy by no means tonight. We'll take a look at the Toyota play of the game. David Ortiz with a home run earlier on in the ball game, his 495th. As the Red Sox with the victory here tonight, 4-3. And David Ortiz a part of it with his home run. And everybody can take a deep breath. Red Sox win at 4-3 as we send it to Tom Caron.